Hi there. It is time for the third installment of your wellness puzzle. Yay! So, I'm Lainey Stumpf, and I love helping people to look better, feel better, have more energy by making better choices, the food they eat, and the products they use. And this week, we've been talking about your wellness puzzle. It's the beginning of a new year. It's a fantastic time to really evaluate how things are going. And we are all a complex 100-piece puzzle where everything fits together. We're all different, but we do have some similarities. We all have the same 4 corner pieces. So we have nutrition, which we talked about a couple nights ago. Last night we talked about our exposure to chemicals. And tonight we're going to be talking about injuries. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about habits. So we are not looking to just treat a symptom. We are looking to be proactive about improving our overall health. If you're building a symptom toolbox, you're always going to be chasing a result rather than fixing what the problem really is. So if you support your systems, you give your body what they need, health is going to follow. The focus needs to be on developing tools to improve your wellness. So tonight, like I said, third piece, we are talking about healing injury. Now, I'm not just talking about like you fell off the monkey bars and you broke your arm injury. I'm talking about basically any health medical genre situation you got going on. It could be a mental health, it could be physical, it might be genetic because that was a genetic injury. So that's where we're talking about. Now, I'm going to throw out a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. And I am not suggesting that you go tonight and flush all your medicine down the toilet. First of all, that's not environmentally responsible either. There have been some fantastic doctors in my life that have really blessed me, and I love them. So, but natural healing alternatives should be pursued with a knowledgeable, supportive natural health doctor. It's a process. Try to learn to embrace the process. But what I am talking about is shifting from a sickness mindset to a wellness mindset. It's like putting on a different pair of glasses and seeing the world differently. So if you put on colored glasses, all of a sudden the world is a different color. That's what I'm talking about. Let me give you an example. So let's say you get a splinter and you just leave it alone. You hope it works its way out. And it doesn't. And after a few days, it starts to bother you. It's getting red, it's getting sore, it's getting a little pussy, kind of gross. Choice. You could take some painkillers and put some sort of cream on there to numb it, put a Band-Aid on it, forget about it, and just hope for the best. That's an option. Or you could take it out. You could try to remove the underlying problem. Leaving the splinter alone is obviously going to result in more illness, more injury. You covered it up, it's not bothering you right now. But if you leave it alone, it will eventually become a much bigger problem. You need to address the problem. Removing the splinter, it still takes time. It's still an effort. It might still be a little sore afterwards, but you took care of the problem and it will heal and it will be fine and it's like it never happened. So it's still a process, still takes effort, but the end result is better. Okay, so I have hypothyroidism. I've been on synthetic thyroid for 14-ish years. It was diagnosed between 2 of my pregnancies. But my intent is to work with a natural doctor to get off the synthetic thyroid supplement onto a natural, and then also use other supplements that support my thyroid with the intention of healing my thyroid completely. Because the body will do what it's designed to do if we give it the tools that it needs. Did you know that 80% of ear infections will actually clear on their own? Most sinus infections will clear without antibiotics, which is great because we talked about how antibiotics really, they wreck up your gut, which is the source of so many other health issues. Personally for us, when we have an ear infection or a sinus infection in our family, we don't run to the doctor. We treat it naturally. We've come up with ways that we have it, including gallons of my apple cider vinegar tea. We keep a close eye on things. We don't just, again, put a Band-Aid on and ignore it. We're watching it. But most of the time, we can avoid that trip to the doctor and the cost that's involved with that. So it's another way of going natural actually can save you money. And it keeps my kids from being exposed to the antibiotic. I'll get real with you. I had a little thing on my lip for 6 months. First thought it was a pimple, but it wouldn't go away. I scrubbed, I poked. Not supposed to poke. I poked. I, put stuff on it and it wouldn't go away. I didn't know what this was. So finally I figured out that it was milia, like babies get on their nose a lot when they're little, and you're not supposed to do anything with those. You're supposed to just let it go away, but this wasn't going away. So I started putting it was gone in 3 days. The treatments from a dermatologist was that they were going to go in and suck it out. That's literally what it said, was they would suck it out. I'm like, oh, no, 3 days, gone. So I just saved a lot of money by treating it naturally. So way cheaper. Okay. Here's a little bonus. I have not done a lot of research into this. Bradley Nelson has developed something called the body code. And if you had told me to go Google that and I read what it was about, I'd be kind of like, I'm not sure about that. But I came across one of a practitioner and it was amazing. A little freaky, but amazing. And so, that's another route, not one I'm versed in, but Bradley Nelson's body code. So, also, our minds are ridiculously powerful. We can make ourselves sick, and so conversely, we can make ourselves well with our heads. When they say, oh, that illness is all in your mind, yeah, sometimes it is. And they have a neurological issue, but it actually developed into a pain issue. It was legitimately all in their mind, but they both had it. It was crazy. So I've seen it. I've absolutely seen it happen. But your mind can also heal, especially if we give it good stuff. We're feeding it. See, the corner pieces, they might not touch, but they're touching all the other pieces that go together. So they're all tied together. So if we're giving our minds what it needs nutritionally, if we're not putting chemicals on it, then and then we're also telling it wise things. If we're telling our minds, we're the type of people that fill in the blank. I am the type of person that doesn't have a head cold. It's amazing what the mind can actually do. Don't put your illness on or struggling with on like a coat. Because then it gets very scary to take that off. If your whatever you're struggling with is no longer your identity, that off, who are you? So resist the urge to be, I don't want to pick on anyone, but okay. So I'll say, resist the urge to be, I am a person with a hangnail. Okay? Don't walk around and say, well, but I have a hangnail. Can't do that. I have a hangnail. So don't be that person. So Tap into your own brain's power. Try to think of the reasons why you need to be healed from whatever it is that you're dealing with. A huge part of this is community. Also, we were created for connection. So if you eat fantastic and you exercise, but you don't have community, you're not going to be completely well. So that's another thing. And your community is there for you when you need them. And as I said earlier, find a doctor that supports your health goals. Someone that can work alongside you and sees you for you. Fun fact, all 10 of my children were born by C-section. When I was pregnant with baby number 3, 20 years ago, I started going to the same OB that my neighbor was going to. So just kind of happened upon going to him. And, but he knew that my heart was to, just be able to be blessed by however many children God chose to give me. But I only could have children by C-section. So that's a little kind of in conflict. So he really took care of me. After every delivery, he evaluated me and would give me a green light to go ahead and have another child. Medical textbooks say 2 to 3 C-sections, but my doctor saw me as a person and he knew what my heart was. And so, and I was fine. 10. So it can happen. You want a doctor that treats people as people, doesn't treat lab values, doesn't treat statistics. So, do you have an amazing story of healing? Because I would love to hear it. We only have one more corner left. So please share this video since we all want our people to be well. I'll put a link to my blog in the comments, RevolutionHealth.life. It's still very much a work in progress, but I'm trying to get more stuff up there every day so it'll be in a more searchable format and easier to find the things that we've done. So that's it for tonight. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye.